Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Let's talk about Tron Ares. Now, Tron Ares is directed by Joachim Ronning, and I really hope I'm pronouncing his name right, whose previous credits include Maleficent 2, Pirates of the Caribbean's final installment, The Captain Salazar's Revenge, as well as Bandidas in 2006. Now, the plot of this movie basically revolves around the cyber super soldier called Ares, who, along with his contemporaries, go from the virtual world to the real world in order to conduct certain missions. Now, they're controlled by the corporate head called Ed Dillinger, who's trying to market them as a perfect super soldiers to the shareholders. According to him, they never need to eat, they never need to sleep, they are perfect killing machines, they are biblically strong, supremely fast, basically perfect war machines. Now, as the plot thickens, we realize that they're after something called the permanence code. Now, this permanence code is a very important plot point, as these constructs, as powerful as they are, they can last for more than 29 minutes in the real world. And through this code, they can break the barrier and last as long as they need to. Now, the plot is pretty basic, it's pretty simple and easy to understand, and does work for what the film is going for. Now, does this movie serve as a good sequel to Tron Legacy? I would say it does qualify as a sequel, but however, it tries to stand on its own. It has its own plot point, it has its own characters, its own storyline, and it does not necessarily carry forward the narrative as given by the previous films. Now, one thing I did like about Tron Ares personally is it takes place more in the real world than in the virtual world. Now, I found that refreshing and I found that pretty interesting because most of the sequences, most of the storyline as it takes place in the real world, and that's pretty refreshing in my opinion. Now, as for the characters in this movie, they aren't very memorable in my opinion. They were, for the most part, pretty one-note and one-dimensional. However, there are notable performances given by Evan Peters, as well as Gillian Anderson, as well as Greta Lee. Now, Kevin Flynn makes an appearance in this movie. However, there are only a few sequences, and it does not have much significance because he's mainly there to serve as a fan service as well as act as a loose link to Tron Legacy. Now, Jared Leto does give a good performance as the title character Ares. However, the writing of the character Ares could have been better in my opinion. He's emotionally inept as well as wooden, and did not bring out the best performance in Jared Leto as an actor. I mean, Jared Leto is a very good actor; he can give some wonderful performances. But I strongly feel that the writing of the character he's playing does play an important role in bringing out his true potential. Now, the action sequences in the film, they're fantastic. They're great. I truly enjoyed them. They're very well choreographed. However, I do have a pet peeve of my own in this. The thing is, during the action sequences, especially during the light cycle scenes, I felt the background score, the background music was a bit too loud, and because of which I could not really enjoy the sequences as much. I mean, this is a small issue, and I'm pretty sure it's not an issue for most people, and most people will definitely enjoy this film. Now, as for the visuals as well as the score, they were top notch. Basically, the cherry on the cake. No, basically the movie was selling itself on this. I mean, we knew that from the trailers, and we knew that before even entering the theaters. This is the main crux of the film. It is fantastic. It's a wonderful eye candy, if you ask me. And a big thanks to the cinematographer Jeff Conworth, whose previous works also include Fight Club as well as Blade Runner. Now, both these movies are pretty visually stunning, and the same thing applies to Tron Ares. It's fantastic. Now, the movie does not end on a cliffhanger. It does set up potential sequel. However, it all depends on how the movie performs in the box office, and only time will tell. Now, overall, I found this movie to be pretty watchable. It's pretty all right. There are some negative reviews out there. So it won't be for everybody, I guess. It's going to be a mixed bag, and that's perfectly all right. Now, because in the world of cinemas, everyone has their own opinion, everyone has their own likes and dislikes, and that's perfectly fine. But however, if you do want to watch this film, I'd highly urge you to watch it in the largest screen possible, and if it's available in 3D. You won't regret the premium price, I promise. And once it comes out on 4K or Blu-ray, it's going to be reference quality and something you can really show off. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap up my review. Hope you liked it. And if you did enjoy this, please do subscribe to my channel. It means a lot to me. And let's embrace the world of cinema together. I'll see you soon.